a lot of things broke right for the Chicago Bears last year. And by a lot, I mean a lot. They won 11 games. In sharp contrast, they won 6, 3, 7, and 5 the 4 previous years. And last year, a huge 6-win improvement in Ben Johnson's first year as head coach. But much of that, not all of it, but much of it can be determined on 2 factors. 1, they won all the close games, and 2, they dominated the turnover margin. And by winning all the close games, how about this? The Chicago Bears last year had 7 different victories in games where they trailed in the last 2 minutes. Give credit to Caleb Williams. He made plays when it mattered most, but that's not something you expect on a year in, year out basis. There's going to be some variability there. And, of course, the Chicago Bears last year led the NFL in turnover margin, which, again, you don't necessarily expect to see in back-to-back seasons. This year, the Chicago Bears are the 3rd choice to win the NFC North. Detroit and Green Bay, priced ahead of them, you'll find 3-1 or better on the Bears to win the division. They're lined as a 9.5 win team in that NFC North. A little bit of juice to the under for Chicago. And again, 6 wins, 3 wins, 7 wins, 5 wins, and last year up to 11. Williams, the number 1 draft choice. You know, he is supposed to be a franchise QB, and he made all the plays when it mattered most a year ago. But how much regression should we expect from the Chicago Bears in 2026? Let's talk about it. Teddy covers WagerTalk.com with the Bears season preview. And again, lined at 9.5 wins, 3rd choice to win the NFC North. Ben Johnson, there were all these concerns that Ben Johnson would be able to communicate with the players right. Communicated just fine. 11-6 in his first year as the head coach, and he's the guy who calls the plays on offense. The new offense coordinator, Press Taylor, he was the passing game coordinator. Last year's OC, Declan Doyle, moved on, wanted to be in a place where he can call plays, but I don't blame him. But Press Taylor, it's not like he's walking to a unfamiliar situation. He worked under Johnson last year. I think he'll be fine. Defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, veteran. He's been good. No issues at the coordinator position for the Chicago Bears. No issues at the head coach position for the Chicago Bears. Now, we talk about Caleb Williams. And again, he had 27 touchdowns to 7 interceptions last year. The team had 7 wins when trailing the last 2 minutes. They went 15 of 29 on 4th down. Johnson went for it on 4th down a lot, and they made the 4th downs a lot. That being said, Williams' 58 completion percentage was the lowest of any quarterback of any playoff team. So the accuracy wasn't what the arm strength was there. The accuracy, maybe not as much. The receiving core looks pretty good, you know. And by the way, that's the lowest of any quarterback that since Andrew Luck. 50 at a lower. Any quarterback of a playoff team, Andrew Luck was in the league in 2012. Caleb Williams' completion percentage last year, which is one of the things that we would expect his completion percentage to be better this year as a more experienced QB and more familiar with Ben Johnson's offense. But there are some accuracy concerns about Caleb Williams right now. You like the young receivers, Romeo Dunze, he has certainly showed signs. Luther Burden, I like the tight ends, Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland. It's a good-looking skill position group on offense, if not elite. The offensive lineman did lose. Offensive line lost Drew Dahlman, and that was a sudden retirement. It wasn't something they planned for. That to me is a big concern. He's only 27 years old. That being said, Garrett Bradbury's free agent acquisition. They bought the 2nd rounder Logan Jones from Iowa to replace him. So it's not like it's a situation on the offensive line where there's going to be a big gap or big hole, despite the unexpected loss of Dahlman. And they really have an elite guard duo in Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson. Right tackle Darnell White could be an issue. Left tackle maybe an issue. But in general, I'm a believer in the Bears offense. I don't think that this team's going to take, any kind of significant regression on the offensive side of the football this season. Now, I don't think they're going to be as good as in close games as they were a year ago. I don't think the defense is going to force as many turnovers as they did a year ago. But from an offensive statistical standpoint, I do think the Bears are going to be pretty good, again, on offense this season. We'll talk about the defense in just a moment. First, I want to talk about my NFL season win report. Why am I talking about it? Because it freaking wins. That's why. 105-56 over the last 25 years. The first report I put out was 2001. My hair was still brown then. It's gray now, and I'm still doing it. Why do I do it? Because I've liked it. So every year during the summer, it helps me a lot to go through the NFL deep dive. And when I finish going through it, I put out my report. Plain and simple. That's why I've been doing it as long as I have. And it's been winning consistently. Did not win last year. In the history of the report, never had back-to-back losing seasons. Hungry, focused, ready to win this year. Take $50 off right now. Promo code Teddy50 at checkout. That doesn't get you $50 off the report. The report's $199. What it gets is $50 off my full season. The full season is $599. So you can get the report for $199 if that's what you want. By all means, I encourage you. But if you want to partner up with a proven profit producer in the NFL who's been in Las Vegas since 1998, and I'm coming off a bad year, I am freaking focused. Believe me. Can't afford 2 bad years in a row. Coming off a losing season. Not going to happen again this year. Check it out. WT.buzz/TC and take $50 off the full season. $5.99 every play, every day through the Super Bowl. $50 off, promo code Teddy50. That'll get you the win report for free. Defense side of the football, a lot of upgrades for Chicago in that regard. The free agent safety, Kobe Bryant, the free agent linebacker, Devin Bush, the number 1 draft pick, the safety, Dylan Thiemann. And they're all fast. You have a Pro Bowl cornerback in Jalen Johnson. That secondary looks really good if they stay healthy. I don't know about the secondary depth, but on paper, this is an elite secondary, which you need in a division that has a boatload of quarterbacks and offensive weapons. So I think that's a positive. Montez Sweat on the defensive line. Obviously, Austin Booker. There's some pass rush there. I would call the defensive line, however, probably the weakest positional group on the team, and it really wasn't addressed in the offseason. I think teams will be able to run the football against the Bears and potentially keep that offense off the field and wear down that defense. If I'm playing Chicago games on a week-in, week-out basis, I'll call this an over team. Even though I think teams are going to run against them, which burns clock, I think you'll be able to score some points running the football against Chicago and put Caleb Williams into come-from-behind situations where he was so good a year ago. You know, this is not elite run defense. And, oh, by the way, last year the defense with a league-high 33 takeaways, 15 of those 33 takeaways departed in the offseason, the guys that got those takeaways. So that is certainly of a concern for me. I'm not looking at Chicago as a team that's going to have a major regression. I think they're a little bit worse. You got with the turnover, with the 7 wins in the last 2 minutes and the turnover margin they had, I would expect some regression. But personnel-wise, this team does look pretty good. Again, they were number 1 in takeaways last year with a plus. They're number 1 with a plus 22 turnover margin a year ago as well. Before I talk about the Bears' schedule, one more thing I want to talk about. That's a Splash Sports contest, guys. Survivor. Survivor's fun. All right, you get pick 1 a week. They survive in advance, and guess what? You have a chance to win $21 million. $21 million, the biggest contest in history. I couldn't resist. I got an entry. Pick, survive, win $21 million. It's the largest pro football survivor in history. It's a $1,000 entry, up to 150 entries. If you want to get involved, go for it. 150 entries if you want per person. Available in 35 plus states and Canada. And oh, by the way, you can sign up in a neighboring state if it's not available in your state. For example, I live in Nevada. That's one of the 15 states where you're not allowed to play Splash Sports. You're not allowed to sign up for Splash Sports. What do? It's a 40-minute drive to Arizona. It's a 30-minute drive to California. Either way, go to the state, sign up, come back. You're good all season. Really? All right. Wager Talk customers get $100 back to use on other contests or quick picks if you use the promo code splashsports.com /Wager Talk, password Wager Talk. And oh, by the way, they have a marketplace that's going to be ready by football season. You can cash out, sell your entry, or buy into another entry. It's kind of a cool concept. Check it out again, splashsports.com /Wager Talk, password Wager Talk. Survivor. Everyone loves Survivor. Even I'm into it this year. Whatever, $21 million, I'll take a chance. So, last year, top 5 rushing yards per carry. This year, NFC North faces the NFC South and the AFC East. NFC South, not among the toughest divisions. AFC East, not among the toughest divisions. There are weaklings that you can, write up projected win for Chicago. That works in their favor. 3 extra games for the Bears, however, that's more of a concern. Philadelphia, Seattle, Jacksonville, all 3 of them look pretty darn good. And that could be a problem, the Bears' schedule this year. With those extra games facing a first-place slate after the success they had a year ago, it's not as easy as it was a year ago. And, of course, the wins trailing the last 2 minutes, that's not going to happen again. So when you have a team like the Bears, where in general the franchise arrow was pointed upwards, but last year they had all those late wins, they had the turnover, I can't bet a team like Chicago over their win total. I can only play them under the current number. And again, the Bears right now lined at 9.5 wins. Will they make my NFL season win report? Will the Bears under be on it? Check it out. WagerTalk.com, WT.buzz/TC. The report obviously comes out right here. It says August is approaching. August is upon us. Get it out. Check that report out right now. Again, WT.buzz/TC at WagerTalk.com. Thanks for watching. Appreciate those likes, the comments, the follows. Tell me what you think about the Bears. You want to go under 9.5 wins on the Bears with me? Or do you think I'm an idiot? Let us know below. And appreciate it. Always appreciate the comments, guys, whether you agree or disagree. I don't get mad at you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching Wager Talk TV. And stay tuned right here on this channel for more NFL team preview videos powered by Wager Talk. Cheers.